Why I got the American Express Hilton Aspire Card again, and how I'm going to use it. What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite cards in the entire game, and that is the American Express Hilton Aspire Card. Now, to preface this whole thing, I have had the Aspire Card before, and this time last year, I actually had two Hilton Aspire cards. In summertime of last year, I chose to downgrade one Aspire card and cancel the other. I wanted to simplify my setup and I wanted to move away from American Express in general. So those high annual fees, they just had to go. Fast forward 6 months and here we are, a brand new Amex Hilton Aspire card. Well, let me tell you what happened. First off, you may have heard of the American Express lifetime language rule. That means, generally speaking, if a customer has ever held a certain credit card, then they are not eligible for a sign-up bonus for that particular card again. So if you have applied for and received an Amex Gold card, you would normally be able to earn a sign-up bonus for that card. But if you were to cancel that card and try to apply again, you may be able to get the card a second time, but you would not be eligible for a sign-up bonus a second time. This is normally considered a lifetime rule. Recently, some folks have received data points that suggest lifetime may actually be 5 to 7 years, but I don't have enough information to make a confirmation on that. But what I do know is this is a rule that I don't really talk about a lot, for the simple reason that American Express will sometimes have links out there that do not include that lifetime language. Those links are often referred to as no lifetime language or NLL offers or links. How often are these out there? Well, on the business side, they're pretty common. I've gotten the bonus on the Business Gold card 3 times, the Business Platinum twice, and I think I've had 3 Blue Business Pluses. But I know not everyone is interested in business credit. Well, on the personal side, I have received the bonus twice on the Hilton Surpass card, and recently I found a link with no lifetime language for the Hilton Aspire card. The bonus was 175,000 Hilton Honors points, and we all know that sometimes Amex will offer a similar bonus that might include a free night certificate. Well, personally, I wasn't interested in waiting around for an offer that included both an historical high offer and no lifetime language, so I jumped on this one and I was approved. Now, I'm not recommending you go looking for these special offers that are not targeted towards you, but, well, I do. I recommend doing your own risk versus rewards assessment, and if you don't know why, I suggest you find Sledge so he can tell you to do your own research. So now I have a brand new Hilton Aspire card, and I don't want to do a full in-depth review on the Aspire card, but I have several already on my channel if you want to take a look at that. But I will go over the highlights quickly. Afterwards, I'll talk about how I'm going to take advantage of holding one of the best cards in the game. The Hilton Aspire card is a premium travel card that carries a premium $550 annual fee. My opinion is that if you don't want to be at least somewhat loyal to Hilton, this might be too much to come out of pocket. But for those of you Hilton customers, this card comes with a ton of value. Let's kind of go over the main points. The card earns 14 times at Hilton properties. Later, we'll explain how that actually comes out to 34 times at Hilton properties when you combine your status perks. The card also earns 7 times on dining and select travel and 3 times on that everything else category. What are Hilton points worth? Well, there seems to be a general consensus that Hilton Honors are worth half a penny to 0.6 cents per point. But I will say that I almost always get a penny per point. And at the end of this video, I'll give you some tips on how I easily achieve that. Now, this card comes with credits to help offset that huge fee. If you are not a fan of the Amex style coupons, then, well, this card might not be for you. But if you want to play the game just a little bit, you'll mitigate that $550 pretty easily. The first credit is a yearly $400 Hilton Resort credit, but that's also broken up with $200 in the first half, $200 in the second half of the calendar year. I stay at Hilton Resorts, so I use this credit pretty much as it's intended. It can be used against your room bill for the booking or really anything charged to your room. Pretty easy for me personally, and I can easily value this at $400 a year. For those of you that can stomach a quarterly credit, there is a $200 flight credit that is broken up into $50 quarterly credits. There are plenty of ways to easily liquefy this credit, but those things are beyond the scope of this video. I value this one at a full $200. So if you're scoring at home, we're already at $600 in value, and that easily offsets the annual fee, and we're not done. If you value Clear at all, and I do, this card grants you a yearly $199 Clear credit. I won't include this on my tally as far as value, but I might give this a value at around 99 bucks. I like using Clear at the airports. There are travel and purchase protections, but I don't think many folks use this card for a lot of that kind of spend, so I'll jump right into the two biggest perks. The first is this card grants the user Hilton Diamond status, and that is the highest status in the program. Now I can hear that 22-year-old recent college graduate breathing the words, if everyone has status, then no one has status. It's not exactly true. I can't go over everything you get with status, but one of my favorite features is domestically, you get a daily food and beverage credit, and that is a perk that continues to multiply the more days you stay at Hilton's. So even if everyone in the world has status, 50 bucks a day for fruity drinks or brekkie, that won't hurt you a bit. I can generally cancel the entire annual fee just with food and beverage credits that I receive for having that status. Diamond status may or may not get you a ton of upgrades domestically, but your chances are much better overseas, and from what I understand, Asia will definitely take care of you if you're a diamond. Personally, I don't expect any meaningful upgrade domestically when I'm traveling with three of us. It's much more likely if it's just me and the missus. And the final perk we'll talk about is the uncapped free night certificate you'll get every year, including the first year you hold the card. The superpower of this cert is it's good for any standard room night. Now there are some exceptions, but they are very few. You can use this cert at some of the best hotels in the world at all kinds of exotic locations. You could easily value this at $800, $900, or $1,000 depending on how you travel. You can also stay at the Hampton Inn in Newport, Kentucky if you want. So your mileage may vary. You can also spend towards additional free night certificates. So if you're a baller, you'll be rewarded. So that's my quick and dirty review of the card. So how am I planning on using this time around? Well, I was going to upgrade my no annual fee Hilton card in May before my Hilton stays started for 2025. A lot of folks say they're offered upgrades to the Aspire, but I will say this. I've had every single Hilton card, some multiple times, and I've never been offered points to upgrade any of them. Take that as a data point that your mileage might vary. I wanted to make sure I was a Diamond member for my stays at the Waldorf Cavalieri in Rome, the Waldorf Resort Sorrento, Italy, and another Hilton that I just can't pronounce in Naples. And I can't forget, I have to be Diamond at the Hilton Caribe at this year's Creator Meetup in November in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Shout out Cesar Joel. But the real reason I got this card right now was the no lifetime language opportunity. I use tons of Hilton Honors points, and right now I'm trying to build up almost 2 million Hilton Honors points for a huge redemption for 10 people to Hawaii. To do that, I'm going to need to jump on every offer I can, and the player too might need to get involved as well. So there will come a time when I upgrade my other Hilton card back up to an Aspire to receive those additional credits and another free night cert. There also may be some downgrade play here as well. Downgrade to a Surpass so I can spend $15,000 to receive a free night cert, and then maybe wait for that elusive upgrade offer. Either way, I have always been a huge fan of the Hilton program and the Hilton credit cards. As a matter of fact, there are only 2 cards I ever recommend folks get, even if they can't get a sign-up bonus. One of those is the Hilton Aspire. Guys, I also have a shameless plug, surprise, and that is I will leave my personal Hilton Aspire card link and my Hilton no annual fee card link in the description below. And if you want more information on hotel cards, or really any card, well, I will leave another link in the description for that as well. If you have used my links in the past, please know that I super appreciate it. And if you have stayed all the way to the end, I thank you. Until next time.